I was at the Poly conference in Sweden, and a lot of the people there told me what was wrong with them. And sort of before I asked, some had diabetes, some had Asperger's, some... And in the beginning I thought, hey, this is a madhouse. But then I realized what it was about. And I realized that they wanted to tell their story themselves. Not that there was something I would hear from somebody else, but that they had told it. And I think this is a quite good way when you're in... I mean, that's actually giving me a choice as well. To say, hey, this is okay. I can go with it. So... and it gave a wonderful thing that if this is a problem to you, then let's clear this up at the beginning, not sort of 3 months in or half a year in. So making a user manual is part of that process. It's useful to help you find out what you want and what you don't want in your relationships. And it's making it easier to talk about what's important to you. And also it's a process that makes it easier to include new people into your relationships, your existing relationships. And as a tool as well to screen the people to see if they will enhance your relationships or not. So some examples of what I would put inside a user manual is like turn-ons. So for me, a turn-on is that somebody else loves you and finds you worth loving. Now, I don't have to be in bed with you or all that, but just that feeling that, well, you're already loved is a good thing. And another turn-on is the fact that you can love somebody else. That is a good thing for me to know. Because it also takes away some pressure from me. It means that if it shouldn't work with us, I think that, well, I won't leave you all alone. So that's also a level. Another thing that's quite important is that you keep appointments. This is about trust. Turn-offs, well, if I feel that you have to lie about the relationship that we're in, that's not a good thing for me. That's seriously a point, something that I don't want. If I hear you talking badly about other partners you've had, you might be right, but it's not necessarily something that's going to turn me on. It might be a bit doubting about why were you with this person, but I mean, there's many reasons for it. But if you continuously go talking badly about somebody, some partner or something, I will put up a little red light and say, hey, what does that mean? And if you want me to be the only one, that's another one. And if you want to be the only one for me, that is also bad. And of course you can add things like, no, I don't like smokers, no, I don't like people who surfboarding. If red hairs is something that's really horrible to you, you should probably put it in, but look at what's important to you. So, all the stuff user manual might contain is the agreements you've already made in your relationships. And maybe they will have to be revised because your new partner brings in some new aspects into this. You can have something about your background, you can have something about your quirks in your relationships, you can have something about your health, your sexuality, preferences. And you might also look, is this a need, is this a want, or is this a wish? Like a need to breathe, a human being needs oxygen. So this is very important. I want, well, I I want you to what could be a good one? I want you to be honest with me. Well, that's actually more close to the need, but okay. And then you have the wishes. Well, a swimming pool would be nice, but I can live without that. And you can also say, this is no go. You can be as specific as you want or need. And you can also put in, what does love mean to you? And what does sex mean to you? And what does safer sex? We're coming back to the safer sex later, what that means. But you should probably have some words about that so you can agree, so you can see if you agree on that. And of course, this user manual is something to be adjusted as you go along. So, my suggestion for homework this week is make a user manual. And you can write 1 line or 3 lines. I think at least 3 lines is good. You don't want it too big. You don't want to throw sort of this Encyclopedia Americana into the... No, you want to keep it light for the important things. So what you should include is what you want. 3 examples. What you don't want. 3 examples. Write down what you have to offer. And what you don't have to offer. And give 3 examples. At least 3 turn-ons and 3 turn-offs. Needs, wants, wishes, no-goes. Look at this. And probably something about the agreements you made with yourself concerning relationships and with your existing relationships if you have. And again, these can be adjusted. And what would you like? What would you can ask yourself during this, what would you like to know if you, as a stranger, had fallen in love with yourself? What would you like to know then? So, that should keep you occupied. Again, do it if you want to. The only prize you will get for having made a relationship user manual is possibly some better relationships, possibly a few less tears, possibly getting to know yourself a little better. So, next week we will look, next episode will be about long-term poly relationships.